So that's where we be. So let me say hello to everyone. Michelle says hello, everyone. Jackie says hi, Michelle. Alyssa says hello, everyone. Jackie says good evening from the UK. Travis says hello. Alyssa says hello, Travis. Looks like the reband the fit doll into the damn it doll. Catherine says hello. Amy says hello. Travis says, I'm debating on painting my nails before I stream tonight. They are starting to chip. And Jackie asks, what color? And Alyssa says, are they regular paint or gel colors? Regular. Laura says hello. Suki says hello. Stitching Jerry says hello, everyone. And Alyssa Campbell says hello. Marsha says, hi, everyone. Love this pattern. I have the spring one. And Buzzy B, hello, says hello. Welcome all. If you're new, welcome. I go live. I've been going live, not every night, but every other night. And so tonight we're going to work on this Christmas cottage. And I do block by block, and I park threads. So if it's something you want to see how I do, stick around. Yeah. And I don't think my camera is actually jerking tonight. So I might have fixed the problem. Hopefully. And I think I am actually all set now. I think I got it the way that I like things. So, if you see something that doesn't look right, let me know. Oh no. So let me know if you get disconnected, because it just said OBS disconnected and then it reconnected. Okay, we're going to start. I'm starting on this. I already did this block today, so I'm going to start here in this block. So I'm going to get the threads that I need. So I start with my threads first, and I start working from the bottom. Now I got a big saga real quick. And blow it up so we can all see it. And then we're going to mark the first one, which is 798. So, what is everyone stitching on tonight? So I was going to be, I think on Tuesday I said I was going to do stone row, but it was actually air stitching yesterday, and I got my 500 stitches done. So I decided to go to my next project, which is this one. So yeah, so we're just gonna do this one. Stitching Jerry says, I am currently working on tonight rewrite, and my husband makes fun of me for stitching in Halloween in June. I stitch whatever holiday. I don't care what holiday it is. I stitch Christmas all year round. Okay, so now I'm looking to see where I can park it, which I'm going to park over here. I was just about to tell you that his head's itching. The next color is 796. So the other one says, hi, just got back from yoga stitch with me. Yeah, I had to eat dinner and I kind of left. And then my son came over, so. Amy says, I'm currently working on Sam and Dean, charted by Tilting Crafts. And which stitch says, hi from Arkansas. I'm stitching on Jesus Christ. I don't think I said that right. Yeah. I'm stitching on Jesus Christ Shepherd by Sonia Cross Stitch. Solar One says, are you using Saga? Yes, I'm using Saga. I use Saga on almost all my full coverage now. Actually, I don't use anything else. My non-full coverage, I use Mark RXP, but this one I do not. Okay, so this one we're just gonna pin stitch to end it. Solar says, I'm doing Evening in the Park by Martina Weber. It's a Chandelier. And Catherine says, Sunflower Cottage by Donna Glissner. I don't know if I've seen that one. She has some pretty ones. Alright, my next color is going to be 789. We're just going to be on a lot of blues tonight. Thanks for dropping in the other night, Busy Mom. Greatly appreciate it. You're welcome. Sorry I couldn't stay. It was like 11 o'clock here, and I have to get up at 5:30. Can you see? This looks okay. Because I can't. This is dead. This is dead.
It's dead?
I forgot to plug it in. Okay. Let's see. One. Marcia said, how long do your charts go for? I'm a newbie here. I'm not under... How long do your charts go for? You mean how long have I been doing this? Or this chart? This chart I just maybe started this year. Or actually I started in 2025. And which stitch says, I'm Pam, by the way. It's easier. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Pam. That is much easier. I forgot. Well, I know. I should have known Pam. Okay. So it's not jumping.
Because it's farther away.
I moved it up.
That's why it's not doing it.
Okay. Oh, no. That's my dog. Don't worry. He's not hurt. He's playing with my boyfriend. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Janine says, hello, Dawn and everyone. Travis says, I ended up streaming until 2 in the morning. Oh, did you have to go to work the next day? I stayed up one time for Yogi's Marathon, and that was the New Year's Eve one, and I stayed up till 1, and that was enough for me. I have to go to bed by 10 o'clock. I know. This is a short thread. Joanne says, working on a Dimension Christmas stocking, the Christmas sled on the last part of the back stitching. This is the 4th stocking in 6 months. Nice. And Buzzy Bee says, I am working on Glistering Wings Hate Sal for this year. I hit 75% last night and hope to finish this month. Awesome. If I ever get to one project at 75%, I'll be happy. No. I actually stitch just to stitch. I don't really rush the process, I guess. And then Solar said, Marcia, did you mean how long does it take to finish the chart? If that's what you meant, it depends on what, so it probably just depends on the person, actually. We have some people that are I can't even say it, that you stitch on the same project every day, and so you could probably get it done with it maybe a year or two. We have some people like me that start a whole bunch and probably will never ever have a finish. And that's okay. And for me, I'm not worried about a finish. Yeah, I think it just depends on the person and how long they stitch and how fast. Kamari, if anyone watches Kamari, she'll probably be done with Library Cats within 2 years. I mean, she's getting that done. I'm telling you. I looked at it today and I was like, man, I don't look at her every day, and she's really far on that chart. Stitch and Jerry says, busy bee, good for you. My Sal is currently in the naughty corner. Hello, Nikki. Travis says, yes, I did. And Solar Winds, Marcia says, Solar Winds. Sorry, how long do your charts go for? And Janine says, I'm working overnight last night, but not tonight. So taking a nap this morning. Marcia says, live chats. I just started my live chats last weekend. It's only been a couple. This is only my 5th live chat that I've done. And I usually go until 10 o'clock Central Time. That's what I've been doing most nights. Okay, I'm going to park that. Alright, so my next color is the next number is 797. It's just one right now. Janine says, I'm the same way. Doubt I will ever finish anything, but I am at 42% done on this one I'm doing now. Train of Dreams by Randall Spangler. That's further than me. I don't even have anything. I don't even think I have anything at 10%. And I've been working on Toy Shop. I worked on it all last month, and I'm working on it again this month, and I'm still at 1%. I do not know why. It's taking forever. Oh, I think she was saying chats, not charts. Live chats. Yes. I started going live a couple weeks ago. And chats, yes. What count of fabric is that? This is a 20 count gridded Aida, and I do 1/1. And I'm using DMC floss. Most of all my projects are DMC. 1 to 2. All right, and that was only one. So the next color is going to be 775. Toy Shop looks like a hard chart. Or Janine says Toy Shop looks like a hard chart. Amy Stewart, right? Yes. Yes, Amy Stewart. I just have the I have regular. It's just the regular colors. I don't have any, it's not max, it's not supersized. it's not really a hard, I don't think it's a hard chart. But it is going to take me forever to do it. But I do, it's one of my favorites is the toy shop. So I'm not, right now, I'm kind of in the ceiling and it's kind of getting boring because there's nothing popping out. But I think once I get past the ceiling, it'll get better because there'll be stuff just coming out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Travis says, I'll check in later. The reception at work is horrible. Okay, we'll see you later, Travis. Thanks for stopping by. The next color is 310. Solar says, Marsha, I have 5 whips, so I'm not sure. They are very large, full coverage. I think my 4 seasons will take 5 years. It's 25 count, 19 by 19. Oh, sorry. So, Marsha, the live chat will go until I end this live. So, we'll probably go until 10. So at my time right now is 7:30 p.m. So I live in Central Time. And so I usually go till 10 p.m. So you have until 10 p.m. to keep chatting. It doesn't ever go away until I stop my live stream. So you can chat away. And then, so if you watch a replay, the chat won't show until, like, I think it's 2 days after the video has posted, or it posts right away on YouTube. But you have a couple days before the chat actually posts in YouTube after it's all done. But you can't chat with them anymore. You can't chat with us anymore after it's done. But yes, you can chat until 10 p.m. tonight, Central Time. Is this, Marsha, is this your first live that you've seen? Or have you seen other people do lives? Oops, I just shook my thing, sorry. My little pups is in the room with me in his bed. I think his allergies are bothering him. He's having a rough time right now with them. And he doesn't understand that why Mom doesn't sit in her chair at night anymore. Let's see. Yeah, last night, we went out to eat. It was just me and my boyfriend. My daughter is staying at a friend's house. And so we went out to eat, and then we had to go to Sam's because I had to get some water. So we did that last night. And then I actually got 500 stitches in last night. I was amazed. But it was all block stitching, and it was actually air stitching. It was all like white stitches. Okay, my next number is 827. Today's Thursday, and we have one more day of work. Yay. Any big plans this weekend? So my biggest plan right now is graduation on Saturday. So my son's girlfriend is graduating, so they'll have her party in the afternoon. So they don't graduate until 8 o'clock at night. It's when my kids graduated, it was that late at night too, and I don't know why they don't do it any earlier. It's kind of a pain actually, but. All right, we're going to park that. Oh, not there. Somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3. All right, 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. All right, and then the next number is going to be, I'm trying to get my park threads first in, and then I'll do the other one. So the next one is 809. And what else do we have this to do this weekend? I think that's it. We'll see about a live tomorrow night. So the weekend's going to be up in the air right now. So just keep an eye out on if you see anything from me. Right now it's all going to be up in the air because my daughter wants to go see her grandma tomorrow. So yeah, I'll have to take her to go see her. Stitch and Jerry says, the whole parking concept hurts my brain. Good for you to be so proficient at it. Thank you. I actually, I've tried like cross country and I hated it. I got lost. I've tried just like stitching outside the block, like using this thread and ending it and all that good stuff. I get lost. So, parking actually, I don't get lost when I'm doing parking, so. I keep hitting that. Sorry, guys. 2, 4. And it helps a little bit for this to be gridded. I don't have all my projects on grids, but most of them are on gridded fabric. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that one is done. And our next number is going to be 820, and it's a small one, so I'll have to get a new thread because it's almost this whole block. Lynn says, hello, Stitchy Mom. Hope you're all okay. Hello. How are you? We are doing good. Just stitching on some Christmas house too. Stitching Jerry says, I do extreme cross country. I make mistakes though. Yeah, I tried to do not even extreme cross country, and I was like, oh, it's just not for me. Just not for me. And Pam says, I thought parking would hurt my brain, but I learned that it really helps me to keep my place too. Yeah. That's how I feel too. Like I know where I'm going next. All right, this is getting a little too short, so we're gonna get a new one. And it's fraying a little bit. So let's end this. Lynn says, I'm okay, thank you. You're welcome. All right, I need 820. And it's on my needleboard. And I think the last video, I don't think she's on here, is she? No. The last live video, I posted the supplies for the needleboard on that video in comments if anyone wanted it. And Suki says, those colors look vibrant. They do, don't they? Nice blues and whites and light blue. I got to the Santa Claus. He's covered up right now, but that's where I started when I did this. I always start in the left-hand corner, but this piece I decided to try something different. And I started where I counted over to where the Santa Claus was going to be. And it was nice, but then again, it wasn't in my order that I like it in, so I had to go to my left-hand side corner. So, yeah, I'll probably always start in the left. I know, there's never anything going on in the left-hand corner till you get over 1,000 stitches, but it all has to be stitched eventually. Oh, it's jumping again? Laura, is it jumping again? She says, Laura says, your camera really loves your right hand. I thought it was fixed. I can't. Oh, let me follow you.
What? No.
Yeah. Is it Jack or is it Jackie? Jack, looks good to me. Oh, it says, looks good to me. Okay. I keep hitting the camera on top of my head here. Sorry. Stitching Betty says, not jumping here tonight. Okay. Laura, you do see jumping tonight. Pam says, I can't see it jumping. And Laura says, yep, only when your right hand is more in frame, like when you do your loop start. Okay. It's probably because we found out so I'm on an iPhone, and you know how an iPhone has 3 different cameras? The camera's trying to focus. It doesn't know where to focus. Stitching Jerry says, what program is that up in the right corner? I use Pattern Keeper, but yours looks different. So I do not use Pattern Keeper. The what's in the right hand corner is actually called Saga. And it's an app that I have found since watching Yogi, Slow Stitchy Yogi. It's a Russian app. Yeah. And then sometimes I'll use Mark RXP, but I do not use Pattern Keeper. It's Jackie, but no E. Oh, my mom had the E. Okay. I think we have 2 Jackies in here then tonight, don't we? A lot of it. Oops, I lost my thread. Let's see, where am I at? Okay. Oh, I just colored in the line I'm doing. So Saga is not, I have an Apple. I'm using my iPad. So Saga is not free on the App Store. You have to pay, I think it's a one-time fee of, I think like $11 or $12. Your Samsung's in that, I think it's free on there, because I believe Google's doesn't support it yet. Doesn't support it anymore. I don't know. But you can get it. But the thing with Saga, you have to convert the files into a Diz file. So you have to also have Cross Stitch Paradise, which Apple does not support that, or Apple does not have an app for that. So I have to use it on my Android. Solar says, Busy Mom, have you found a way to convert a Heaven Art Designs PDF to Saga? Yeah, all of mine are Heaven Art Designs, and they're all in my Saga. I don't have any problems. I convert them through Cross Stitch Paradise, and I don't have any issues. That's actually the only one I never have issues with. So when I put my Stitches So Beautiful in, I do have issues every once in a while, but y'all making a mess back here? Well, here he goes again. He's getting mad again. I'm gonna have to put a little picture of my pups, like Yogi does when she does Dolly. She puts a picture of it. Oh no, he's gonna start barking. Yeah. So he has these things that he just got done eating dinner, and he has these things that are called greenies. No, Mish Pants. And he thinks he needs to bark at you forever. All the time, even though the green is in front of him. He just wants you to play with him. And now he's leaving the room. Lona says, hello everyone. Travis says, I'm back in better reception area again. Yay. Solar says, once the PDF is converted, how did you get the converted PDF to Saga chart from the Android to... So on the Android, when I save it in the Google Drive. So on my iPad, I have a Google Drive. And so I go to the Google Drive and I open it up on Saga, if that makes sense, Solar. So I save everything in my Google Drive when I'm transferring stuff over to... Because you can pick up your Google Drive on your iPad still. think I'm getting lost here. Okay, I did this row. Now I'm on this one. Well, this is a ha ha ha. My boys are barking back to your puppy. Yeah. Well, my dog does that too. And if I start watching something and another dog's barking, if our neighbors our neighbors have dogs too, and if he hears them barking, then thinks he needs to go bark, and then he needs to go outside to aggravate everyone, and they all aggravate each other. Gotta love them though. Solar says, once the PDF is converted, how do you get the converted PDF to Saga chart from the Android to iOS? This is what stops me from being able to use Saga. So Solar, yeah, just what I said. So what you do is after you convert it from your cross stitch paradise, it saves it as, my Android is dead, so I can't open it. It saves it under PDF imports. Well, that's how mine saves it on my Android. So then I go into that folder and I actually move it to my Google Drive, and I made my own folder up to put them in. And then I come over to my iPad, open my Google Drive. The Google Drive on my iPad, I have the app, the icon on my Apple. I find the thing where I saved it, and I right click it, and it'll say open with, and you can open it with Saga. So you just need to be able to put it in a drive that is going to be connected to your iPad. And Google is the only thing that I know will transfer stuff over that way. Travis says, we'll sell greenies at the place where I work. We sell greenies at the place where I work. Oh, you do? Oh my God. Our dog, sometimes he eats a little too much in my opinion, but he loves them. That's the only bone he eats. Well, it's not really a bone. It's for your teeth, to clean your teeth. But it's the only bone that he actually will eat. He doesn't eat any of them other ones. And now he's back in his bed here in my room. He's going to eat one. Guess he's done playing. Solar one says add Paradise, and Paradise is on Play Store. I don't think it's on Play Store. I actually got the link in Yogi's. See, Solar, I don't think you're on Facebook though, are you? So Yogi's Facebook group has a link for it. So I clicked on it and somehow it just downloaded. I downloaded it that way. You answered, thanks. And Nikki says, oops, I'm behind. It's okay, Nikki. Janine says, Solar, I use Dropbox. Yeah, you could use Dropbox too. But you can use Google, I think it's supposed to say Google Drive to save the files to see any other devices. Yeah. Yeah. I always forget I don't use Dropbox too much. But yeah, Dropbox, you can save it there too, and it'll open up. Sometimes I wish Apple stuff would talk to other stuff sometimes. That's the hard part with Apple. So like, I have all my pictures on my phone. But in order to get it, if I need it for like this live, I have to literally go to the internet, open iCloud, and then find my picture so I can download it to this computer. Because they don't like talking to each other very well. Where when you have all Apple products, you go to the Apple and it's all there for you. Alright, I gotta get another strand of this color. Solar says, I found it on Google Play Store, but I'm being warned by Paradise that files may be deleted without notice. Is this a problem for you? I don't ever see anything deleted, but I don't also use my Android on a daily basis. I do believe I did get an error at the beginning. I just said okay, I think. $8.20. Am I still on $8.20? Yeah. And Janine said, I downloaded Paradise from the Google Play Store, but about a year ago. And it hasn't deleted files for her. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I accidentally duplicate my patterns in there into Paradise, and then I have two, and they're both always there. I've never seen them deleted. Solar said, thanks. You're welcome. Anytime. Lynn, Stitchy Mom, it's 1:49 in England. What time is it with you? Okay, so it's 7:50 p.m. where I'm at, Lynn. Lynn, thanks for staying up with us. Oh, I'd be tired. Travis says, those colors are pretty. Thank you. South Stitching says, hello, Donna. Hello, everyone. What are you stitching on tonight, South Stitching? Janine says, I do have one chart that I got in Saga format from Etsy, and every time I open Saga, it imports it again. Kind of annoying, because when I do start that chart, I have to make sure I don't delete the one I want. Yeah. I don't think it's ever done that, but I think I accidentally actually duplicated my charts. Because I was thinking I didn't put it in there, and then I did put it in there. Luna says it's 7:50 p.m. for me. stitch. I'll have to go back and get it. Solar says, do you have to pay? No, because Google Play does not allow it because it's a Russian app, and they're yeah. You might get like a little warning saying something to upgrade, and then you can hit upgrade, and it'll it just won't charge you. They can't charge you, I guess, on the app. I'm not really sure what the whole story is on that though. Solar. I'm just gonna say hello. It's Crafting on a Dime with Shay. So it's amazing how you stitch so fast. Oh, I don't think. Okay, thank you. I don't feel like I stitch it fast. I feel like I'm slow. But thank you and welcome. I think I'll call you Shay if you don't mind. And then Travis says, I'm a little annoyed with the Pokemon I'm working on. It's supposed to be all pink, but they have black and red used for the shading. It looks like it has a sunburn. Oh no. Can you just change it yourself? Could you maybe change it to a pink? I know you're working on a stamp kit, so I don't know. I've never done a stamp kit. If you chose to change the color, could you do that on a stamp kit? Okay, I think don't go there, dog. You have to, that one has to stay there, but you do have to go here. Janine says solar, yes, as far as I know. And Stitching Jerry says it's $8.50 here for me. And Alyssa says, oh no, Travis. And Janine says, I want to change me, and I want to charge. I want to charge me, and I got out of it, but it was years ago. Oh yeah, they don't charge anymore. I do know that because I don't have any payments on my Google account, and it always asks me to upgrade, and I'll hit upgrade, and then it says I don't know, something about Google can't charge you or something. I don't know what it actually says, but yeah. I never get charged. I've never, yeah. I think at one time it wasn't free. Now, Saga isn't free on Apple. You have to pay for Saga on Apple. And I think it's like $12. But I think that's a one-time fee. I don't think it's a yearly base. Like, Mark RXP charges you. They actually charge me $19, almost $20 to every year. And it is a little ridiculous. And I was going to get out of, just start using Saga only. But I do have some non-full coverage that are paper. And that's what I like about Mark RXP is because I can scan my paper charts into Mark RXP. And then I can count my stitches that way when I'm doing my non-full coverage. Solar says, it's Saga that's not allowing on Google Play. I found Paradise on Google Play. So if you're going to put Saga on your iPad, it's going to be in the Apple Store. And there is a fee, Solar. There is, again, I believe that's where I also have Saga on my Android. And that link I got on Yogi's Facebook group. I think Susan might have a link too. That's fine, Shay. I just started, so I'm slow. It's okay. I was slow at the beginning too. You'll get better, faster. You'll find your groove and then you'll get going. Chantel says, it's 10:25 where I live, Newfoundland, Canada, working on my Amy Stewart. Which Amy Stewart are you working on, Chantel? And Solar says, Paradise is not on Apple. No, Paradise is not on Apple. You have to do that one. Yes, that's correct. But Saga is on Apple. Oh, yeah, that's right. Solar says I'm banned from Facebook. Okay. You can't even go underneath a different person's name? They banned you all together. Joan says, I have never successfully scanned a paper chart in Markup RXP. So I struggle with it too once in a while, but I have actually figured out when I was scanning, so I use my printer that I have, and it has a scanner capability. And when I scan it, I found that if I enlarge it, it looks better. But most of the time when I want to put it in Marker XP, it's not so that it looks perfect. I don't want it to look, I don't care if it doesn't look perfect. I just want to use the squares to mark it so I can count my stitches. And Chantel says, Candylicious, I am at 0.62 done, haha. My first ever full coverage. Nice. Is that the only one you have? And Janine says, Solar, do you watch Susan's live spinning yarn? She has a Discord group and she posts Paradise and Saga there. No Facebook needed. Yep. I don't know if I don't know how you can add people to it. And then Solar says, I'm going to look into joining Facebook under a different email and a different name. Anyone have a suggestion as to what email service to use other than Gmail? Solar, I have Gmail, and then my cable is called Xfinity. So that's what I have, an Xfinity account. Okay, I think I got all of them 820s in. So now we're going to go to the next number, which is 3325. And there is 5 of these. Oh, yeah, Pam says, yeah, I forgot Yahoo, yeah. Joan says, so you do not mark up the stitches. So you do not mark up the stitches. Actually, I could probably show real quick my markup RXP. Actually, here's the one I was working on this morning. Oh, darn it. But you can't see what I'm doing. Let me close that out. Let me make it to where I want it. Hi, Tina. And Tina says you can have more than one Gmail at one time. Yes, you can. I have actually 3. I believe. No, I have 2. No, I have 3 because I have one for Busymomstitcher, and then I have one for. Actually, I just have 2. I don't even. No, I have 3, and I have one for my Etsy shop. So yeah, and then I have another one that's just one of my personal ones. I'm hoping I can get to some sewing this weekend, maybe. I don't know, with this graduation. Pam says I'm heading out. Work comes early. I do know that. Yep. See, thank you for hopping on. We will see you later. Solar, you don't need, Solar asked Jean, do you need iOS to access Susan's lives and spin yarns? No, she's here on YouTube. So just go follow her on YouTube. Yeah, Solar, you can watch her on your iPad. She's on YouTube. She goes live just like I do. But she goes, she's in Sweden, so she goes in the, like for my time, it's morning. She's probably in bed right now. So go check her out on YouTube and then just follow her, and then you'll get notification when she goes live. And then when she's live, you can check out the Discord. Mine is on my phone, so I can't really, I don't even know if I could even send you an invite. All right, I missed a stitch, so I'm going to have to go back and do it. Tina says, I missed the last 2 lives. My oldest grandchild just graduated from high school a year early. Oh, congratulations. And Solar says, thank you, everyone. You're welcome. You're quite welcome. Okay, so I'm done with that. My next color is 3747. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but our neighbor dog is barking. I'm surprised my dog's not going chasing after him. Must be pooped. Oh yeah, he's chilling out now. Lynn says, Stitches mom, I love your green flower and fingernail. Thank you. I think in a couple weeks I'm going to go, when I go back to get them done, I think I'm going to see if she'll do a 4th of July design. on them. Yeah. So I went, when I got, it's been 2 weeks now, I think, or a week? No, 2 weeks. So when I was getting my nails done, I picked out this purple color, and then the nail lady was like, that green would look really good on your other nail. And then, how about we put a little flower on there? So I let her put a little flower on it. Hi, Melon. She says, hi, Dawn. Hi, everyone. Okay, now we're going to mark that one, and we're going to fill that one in. And then this one is 793. And I don't have it on my board, so I have to get it out. I'm trying to figure out a different system I can do for my thread. So right now my thread they're all bobbinated, and that's how I actually like them. But to do live, sometimes it takes I feel like it's taken me forever just to get a piece of thread. So I don't know. And I have enough thread to probably make 2 master sets. And I thought about doing it not on bobbins. But my thing is, I've tried to do it the other way, and when I pull a thread out, they all come out, and they make a big knot. So, I don't know. Maybe I just don't put them on the thing right. I'm losing where these colors are kind of starting to blend in here. That goes there. I skipped a stitch right here. So I'll have to figure out what that was. It's probably something park. So if it's something park, I'll grab it. I feel like I've been on this block forever. We got one more stitch and we're going to go to the next one. I don't know if I'll get 500 in today. This stitch will be 200. Because I already worked on some of it at my lunch break. So I don't work very far from my home. So I come home every day for lunch. And I'll eat my lunch, and then I'll stitch until I have to go back. And I usually get an hour for lunch, so that's kind of nice too. Okay, let me see where this is at. I think it's this one. $775, and it's going to be I need this thread real quick. Catherine says, I'm sick, so going to bed early. Good night, everyone. Oh, good night. I hope you feel better. There must be. Hope you feel better. Brittany says, hi, Dawn. Do you have Winter Cookie Party by Amy Stewart? I do not have that one. Actually, I do not have that one. All right, I think I got them now. Solar also said, feel better, Catherine. All right, we're going down to this next. So I do a diagonal, and then this is going to be the 5th row right here. So that's where I'm going to stop. So after this one, we'll go back, we'll go up here. And I think this block is actually block stitching. So again, I'm going to start with my park threads. I have to move my box. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is not a full... So this one won't exactly get 500 because I forgot the edges isn't a full 10. This block is not actually 100 block because for some reason they left a whole border off when they made this chart. I don't know if it's all of the decrease or just these ones, but yeah. Okay, let's start with this number right here. This is 519. I wonder if that's why I'm always... I don't know if this will not make an even number then. One, two, three, four, 5. Oh, but you're gonna not do 5. You're going to start here and count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1. And Brittany says, I have winter reading nook and can't decide which corner to start in. The kitties are in the middle, but I always start in a corner. What's in the left-hand side corner? I don't have that one either. That one is a cute one. Actually, I don't hate me, but I don't have a lot of kitty ones, I don't think. I'm trying to think if I even have one that has a cat in. Oh yeah, I do. It's yeah. Yeah, I have Serial Marchetti, the patchwork has a kitty in it. All right, this next one is going to be 798. There's only one. We're going to park it. Then we're going to 3761. The lighter blue. I do like how this tree is kind of coming in. It's not just a... Yeah. It kind of almost reminds me of it like it's frozen. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it is winter. The frozen tree. Next color is going to be, hold please, I gotta fix my box off the, there we go. Alright, so this next color is going to be 797. mix of blues tonight. Do you think I can get to 500 stitch? I don't think I'm going to get 500 tonight. So if I don't get to, so I'm changing my routine on how I do my things. So now I'm trying to get every piece that I stitch now to just do 500 instead of just like doing 100 or 76 stitches. So yeah, my updates are probably going to be a little bit shorter, which is fine because I'm also doing these lives now. So yeah. So I decided to do 500. So once I reach 500, then I'll do the next chart that I spun. And this week I do know, oops, that doesn't go there. So I spun too many projects this last time, so I'm going to carry them over to the next week. So I don't know if we'll be spinning anything on Sunday. And then the other thing I changed was my non-full coverage. I usually used to do 3 of them, and I've decided, you know what, I'm just going to do 1 the whole week, and I'm only going to do it though Monday through Thursday. Because I really would just like to stitch on my full coverages more. But I do love my non-full coverage because I can get them done. So I'm thinking if I work on them more weekly, all week long, then they can get done faster. Especially these smaller ones that I'm doing. Oh my, that just totally, did you see that? That totally ripped. So we're going to have to get another strand. And there was only 1 stitch left, 797. We're just gonna leave that in the back and I'll fix it later. Hopefully it'll blend in with all the other ones when I go over it. Okay, let me see, I'm going here. Sal says, I just ordered the Patriarch sampler by Crochet Go with all the floss and fabric today. That's a nice one. I think it's, I hope I'm not saying this wrong. I think it's Jessica. I think it is. Yep, I think I'm right. Jessica here on YouTube. I forget what her YouTube channel is, but she just finished it and actually it looks gorgeous. I'm not a sampler person, but that one is very, I do like that one. It's very pretty. Solar says, gotta run, everyone. Night, night. Night, Solar. Thank you for hopping on. Have a good night. And this next one is going to be 3325. Another lighter blue. There's a couple of these. Hello, Valerie. Sorry I'm late, but I'm really happy to be here. Welcome. And actually, Valerie was the one that was talking about my needle board. Valerie, I posted in the last live, so number 4, I posted some links to Amazon for my needleboard stuff. Just so you know it's out there if you want to check that out later. I'm working on this is called Christmas House 2. It's by Artist C. It's actually by Steve Chris, charted by Artist C. And I do have this part of the Santa done, but you can't see him. He's hiding. And so we're just I am trying to get to 500. This block, it will be now 300, so I'll still have 2 more to do. But it might be roll over to tomorrow. All right, my next color is going to be 809. Valerie says, I'm sorry, where did you say you posted them? So go back to, like, on my channel and go to my lives, and it's on in the chat of, not the chat, in the comments of live number 4. My last one I just did, which was Tuesday. It's in there. Sometimes these grid lines look so faded. I have a hard time seeing it sometimes. Valerie says, okay, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, my next color is going to be 827. Lots of light colors in this. Light blues and dark blues. It does look good though. That Santa Claus, when I did the Santa Claus, it was a little bit confetti heavy. Been kind of quiet at work lately. I got a little bit of my stitching for my work stitch a little bit this week done, which is nice. Next color is 310. I don't have a lot of thread on this one, so we'll go to wherever it'll take me. And I think it's gonna not take me very far because I think it's shredding on me. Yeah, see, it's kind of light right there. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to end this one. I don't know why lately my threads are starting to shed like that. Like almost. So we're gonna end it. We'll finish up 310 later. Yeah, see how it's like thinning out? You see that? It's like thinning out. Oh, I'm not in the camera. It's like thinning out. I don't know. It's been happening a lot lately. Okay, let's move on. We'll just do that one and then we'll get to another one. The next color is going to be 775. Andrea says, my DMC threads have been doing that lately too. It's annoying. Yeah, it is very annoying. I don't know if it's these needles that I mean, I do use cheap needles. Well, I mean, they're Amazon needles, so they're not the best quality, but and it's not like these are like, so I keep everything in a bag, so it's not like it's airborne, like the thread's just sitting in the air. I take my projects off the hoops most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. I have a couple that sit on the hoops, but not all of them. When I put them away, these light colors are killing me tonight. It's hard to see them. It'll look good though when it's done. All these light colors. Alright, I think this is the last one. And we're gonna park it. Right here. Alright, the next color is going to be 791. There's only one. And then I think I'm gonna end the thread. I'm parking and keep in my I got this stuck. Oh no. Alright, I need my other end to come out. There it goes. I'm gonna take a drink of some water. Anyone drinking anything good? I'm drinking my water like I drink water all the time. So I've been, I don't know if anyone used Chat GPT. I was using it to do my, like, figure out my lives. So now he's like my best friend. So I've been trying to, I'm a water lover too. This is Jerry. Busymomstitcher says hello. So today I decided I was kind of bored at work, so I thought I'm gonna try to make a little, like an image of my dog, like on the front porch, like a front porch design. And so I'm gonna try to see if I can put it into a cross stitch pattern. But yeah. And then what else am I doing on my chat? And then Chat GPT, I decided to try. I don't know if anyone knows this, but if you like to do menus, like food menus, so like I'm gonna start going on like a low carb Mediterranean diet, just to help see if it'll help my blood sugar and that. And so I went to Chat GPT and asked it to build me a meal plan, and it did. And it's the best thing I've ever seen. So yeah. Sal says water with mango peach flavor. Yum. I didn't mark my last stitch. Let's do that and then get this next one, which is 3747. And there's just one. And we're gonna end it. So yeah, if you haven't tried, it's very interesting if you need answers, that's for sure. It can help you out, Chat GPT. All right, that one is done. We'll put that on my needle board, 747. Seven. And the next color is going to be almost all 820. It's the main color in these blocks tonight. This main blue color. Travis says, yay, I can finally stitch. Yay, Travis. Travis is home from work. I'm taking it since he can stitch. Not very taut tonight. Is this the same piece Yogi started? Yes. So this is, I actually started it when she started it. So when she did that Sal, I think it was on Wednesdays. I don't even remember. Yeah. I don't think she's brought hers back out. She was doing hers on a 32 count, I believe. So, yeah. Mine's just on a 20 count. When I started this with her Sal, I started at Santa Claus on the sled. So he's actually halfway done. He's just covered up tonight. You can't see him. It's hard to see some of these light stitches. Almost stitch over another light stitch. There's one right here. The next, I believe the next diagonal that I get to, I think I might get into some red, which there is a bird coming up. So maybe it won't be this live, that's right. What time is it getting to be? It's only 8:30. Yeah, I'm thinking we might get this block and another block done. I don't know. Maybe we'll go for the 500. We'll see. I do have to work tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna mark some of these so I don't get confused. I think I'm right there. I just marked off the wrong ones. Oh no, this is this one. Right? Oh, oops. And I marked this one off, but I didn't do it, so I need to do that stitch. Then we're back over here. And there's two this way. And I'll probably have to get another. No, we're gonna go to the next park thread. So usually I try to do is do all my park threads. So if I get low on a color, then I come back to it. I don't know. I just like to get rid of my park threads first and then get new colors out if needed. So I do have a kind of a question now. So the other night I was trying to figure out what to watch on TV. The summer times I can never find anything to watch. Anyone got anything good to watch? Tina says I have to get my windshield replaced tomorrow. That sounds exciting. Not really. It doesn't sound exciting. And Ruth said, well, hello, Ruth. She says, Dawn, there is a new diabetes site called American Diabetes Society as opposed to the ADA. ADS seems to promote low-carb eating for diabetics more. Oh, I'll have to check that out. So a low-carb, like, so Mediterranean diet is more like whole foods, so no preservatives. You can eat beans and that stuff. And so I don't want to get rid of like all of my carb. Like, I still want to eat a piece of bread and that if I want a piece of bread. I just don't want to eat a lot of them, I think. Charles says, depending on what my son Merrick is doing in the morning, I might try to do a mini marathon in the morning. He is teething at the moment. Ugh. I remember them stages. Them are no fun stages. Okay, I'm going to end my thread here. And then we're gonna go back to the last choose park threads, and then we'll do whatever's next in that situation in the other threads. Oh, and Tina's an expensive. Yeah. I'm sure that is very expensive. All right, so this next color is 796. Looks about the same color as the 820. Another darker blue. It does look good though. I mean, the colors are good. Nothing real exciting to look at right now, beeps. But it's coming along. I think, yeah, that's where that one goes. When there's a white stitch next to these darker colors, sometimes it looks like there's no stitch there. But there is. And then we're going somewhere over here, I think. Right there? Yep. It feels like it's actually 10 o'clock, but it's not even 9. And this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, it's only Thursday. I wish it was Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. But then again, I have a busy weekend than normal. And I actually the next weekend we'll have a busy weekend too. So next weekend, the Friday not tomorrow, but the following Friday, me and my daughter, it's our county fair. Yeah. So it's our county fair, and we're gonna go see Scotty McCreary. He's a country singer. So that's exciting. And then the following day, that Saturday, I'm gonna take a lessons on how to use my embroidery machine. So I'm so excited about that one. I mean, I know how to use it, but there's things I don't understand on it, so I'm kind of glad that this lady's gonna take the time and explain things to me. But that means I have to pack everything up, the machine and everything, but that's okay. I'm willing to do it, to learn. Because I would like to start making some embroidery t-shirts. Hopefully. And then I'm hoping she can also show me how you can quilt on my machine. So I'm going to have her show me that too in the hoops. All these threads are short. I'm going to have to get another piece of this color. But we're almost done with this block. That's because it doesn't have actually 100 stitches. So want this, yep, right there. It's a quiet night tonight. Very quiet. Everyone must be concentrating on their stitching. All right, I got them all in there and I don't have to get another piece of strand. Yay, but we are going to end it. We're not going to park. And then we're going to get the next color. Which will be 310. I have to get it off my little bobbin. I think there's a strand already ready. Tracy said, which machine do you have? So I have, it's the 15, it's Janome, and it's the 1500, I'm sorry, it's a Memory Craft 1500. So it was my mom's, and when I was looking at the software, because I couldn't figure out how to do the software because I only own Mac PCs, so I had to buy, I found out I had to buy a PC to get the software. A regular PC instead of a Mac, because the software doesn't support it. And the software is actually from 2014 is when my mom, I think, bought this machine. It's a very heavy machine. It's very... I actually use it more to sew right now because I like it better than my Singer. So and probably because everything's manual, like you don't have to thread the needle or anything like that. Valerie says, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you teaching me how to start a new thread. I've been doing it and it has saved me so much time. Next, please teach me how you end a single thread. Okay. If we finish this one, I'll show you how to do it. This one I'm actually going to be parking. So when I get to one that I'll end. I just end one, but I'll show you. But this one I'm going to park, so I will definitely be glad. I do, when I do it, for my ending, I do a pin stitch. I don't actually do a loop end. But you could do a loop end too. But I do the pin stitch on my ending. I did do my niece, I made my niece's, so my great niece, her baby quilt, and I actually quilted it on the machine I have, and it did work, but I will say by all means, it's not the best quilt. I mean, it's not the best lineup of the quilting, but my niece loves it, so I guess that's all that matters. And so that's what I really would like to learn, how to get it more straight and that. And I want to learn how to use the software more because I think it'll help me more if I want to make shirts instead of, I was using my iPad and it's not the best. So they do have an app for it, but it's just not, I don't know, it's a little bit harder. And then Valerie says, after watching you, I started parking my threads today. How do you choose where to park? I don't really have a place I park. So most of the time I go down. So like this one, I'm going to go down. Most of the time I go down to the next block. And I just find where the next one is in line. So this one, I'm doing the end that's highlighted. So I'm just going to count to where I need to go, which is down 3, and then park. So I'm parking here. So I went down. If there's nothing down right here, then I'll go to the right of it, the box. If there's nothing right to the box, I might go to this block. And if there's nothing on like the left side too, if I'm over that area, then I'll park there. But most of the time it's down first. Because the threads are out of my way. When I'm stitching, I don't want the thread to interrupt my stitching, I guess. All right, so now we're going to go to 820. So 820. We already used it once, so I cut it already. And this one will be parked as well, so. And then we will be done with this block, and we'll have one more color in this one. Now I'm going to try this. I think the next block is going to be all block stitching, I think. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do one more. I think we could get one more in before 10 o'clock. I still wake up in the middle of the night, but it has helped me go a little bit later to bed. I've noticed a little difference, not quite, but I'm waking up 50 million times. Little puppers just left the room. He said, I'm out of here. So then we'll have this done. Maybe I can get to my 500 tonight. And if I get to my 500 tonight, then tomorrow I can start on, what was which would have been third stay stitch, which is spring calf 2. It was a pattern that I got from Stitches So Beautiful, one of their challenge that I did. Their challenge that I did a month on one of their month challenges. All right, so now I'm gonna park, and I just have one stitch left, I believe, right there. And that's 765. It's more of a greener color. I gotta stretch for a minute. 765. It's on my needleboard. Valerie, what are you stitching? I don't know if I've ever asked you what you were stitching. All right, Valerie, I'm going to be ending this thread, so I'm going to do it like I normally do. Do my hoop start. And so I put that in my left hand corner. And so I come back to the right corner where I just was at. Can you see my needle? I come back up that way, and then I put my needle in between these two, the left and right stitch, the holes. So in between these two, I kind of just feel it, and I can feel the middle of it, and I just push it through. That's a pin stitch. Pull it, and then I just bring it somewhere where there's an empty hole, like on the bottom here, and I just pull it through, and I snip it. So I'm actually going in between, like, in between the middle of these fabric. So I'll show again when I do another one. So this is 3765. And we have another box done. And I have a diagonal done. We are going, let's move this box up to the top up here, because I only do 5 rows, and then that's it of the diagonal. So then we have to go back to the top. And let me see. This is all, yeah, there's only one, yeah. This is going to be some block stitching, I think. So I do have a park thread, just one on this one, in this one. So it's 809. This one right here. So it's 9 o'clock. So yeah, we'll just do this block and then we're probably done. I think it should take me till 10, hopefully. The next one has a little bit more colors in it. And that's actually my 500th block, but I might just do that 100 tomorrow, and then I'll start my next one. 1, 2. Okay, I think I'm jumping 99 because I am, yep. Okay, hold on, I gotta move. I think I gotta move my camera because it's looking at Maybe if I just move this. I'm going to take this off too. I might have to invest in a camera. I think sometimes it gets confused. All right, I'm going to park this over here. And right here. Yep. All right, so my next color is going to be the 820. And this is almost the whole block of it, as you can see. Look at all them 820s. Crazy. Lots of 820 in this little corner. I might redo a roof eventually. Let's see if it jumps. If I zoomed in a little bit more. All right, here we go. Lots of same block stitching. We could probably close our eyes to do this. No. Valerie says, I'm working on my first full coverage piece. It's Steampunk Girl by X Stitching from Etsy. Seller by the same name. 99,216 stitches on a 20 count easy grid white Ada. Nice. Oops, full cross 1/1. Yeah, that's the way to go. Full cross. No. I tried tent stitch. I don't like it. I don't like. It looks good. I've seen people do it all the time, and it looks good. But when I look at it, I don't think it looks the best. So I gave up on tent stitch, and I don't mind doing full crosses. Actually, I prefer to do full crosses. And I know it's going to take me forever to do these, but it's not the fastness that I'm wanting to do. It's just I just want to stitch, and if I don't ever get them finished, that's fine. Now my kids will probably not do anything with them when I pass away, but it'll probably all be in Goodwill. So just look for Goodwill when I pass away. All my stitching will probably be there. They might keep one or two things, but I really doubt they keep all of this. Blue, blue, blue. It's a big, lots of blue here. I think my eyes are getting tired. Travis says the total stitch count for my piece is 447,687. That's a big piece. When is our next meeting? That I don't know, Valerie. I don't really know because here's my Friday nights is usually our grocery shopping night, and by the time I get done with that, I'm exhausted. And then, but my daughter also wants to go see her grandma tomorrow, so that's gonna go first before we go grocery shopping. So it might even be later on our grocery shopping. Saturday, if I can't, I don't know if I can do a Saturday night one. I know I can't do a Saturday night one. I could go in the morning, I guess. I don't know about Saturday, because Saturday is my son's girlfriend's graduation, so her party's in the afternoon, and then she graduates actually at 8 o'clock at night. So unless you want me to come on at midnight, no, I'm not. And then Sunday is an up in the air as well, because I might have this thing going on with my friends. I don't know yet if we're doing it yet. So I might have some plans with some friends. Maybe I can do a Sunday night one though. So just keep your alerts on. But if I don't go at all this weekend, then I'll be back on Monday for sure. Stitchy Jerry says big piece. And Valerie says, please ask Travis Swan what he's stitching. Oh, Travis is stitching on Pokemon. I don't know I forget what series it is. But he's doing a Pokemon. And it's Stamp Kit. And he has his own channel too. Valerie, if you want to go check him out. His name is Travis. He's got some videos of the cross stitch, and then he goes live too. He went live right after mine the last time. And then Travis says, yes, it is. It's almost as tall as I am. And Raju says, hello, Raju. Yogi is doing live member stream. Oh, she is on Saturday? Okay. So, yeah. I don't know if there will be a meeting live this weekend, unfortunately. I have, with this graduation, I would have done it Saturday night, but since I have to go to this graduation. So, And it's so late at night. I don't think I want to start a live when I get back. And Travis says, I'm stitching a massive version of the Generation 1 Pokemon piece. Valerie, I think I have one that's kind of like Travis's. It's my Disney one. I have a couple of Disney ones like that that are big. Maybe they'll come in the rotation. I gotta get another piece of the 820 and move around in my chair a little bit. Usually I don't have any problems, but tonight my legs are bothering me. And I feel like these glasses are... Excuse me. I think it might be time for some newer Dollar Tree glasses. They feel very well. There, that's maybe a little better. They were a little dirty, I guess. That would help probably clean them off. So I wear contacts, and then in order for me to see the holes on my, which I can't get in, we're gonna start down here. In order to see the holes, I have to wear reading glasses. So I don't use a magnifying glass, I just use reading glasses. Valerie said, I took a screenshot, so I will check out his channel later. Or it just says check it out. And then Travis says he'll probably go live after. So check them out, Valerie. After I get done here, I'll clean up, and then I will get ready for bed. And so I might hop on for a little bit, Travis, if you're on. But I won't be able to stay too long, because I'm just saying 5:30 in the morning comes around very quick. And then Travis says, I post a short of my progress so far Wednesday morning. Valerie, do you only stitch one stitch? Do you only stitch one project, or do you have multi projects? So like I probably have about 60 whips going at the moment. I use wheel to decide on what I'm stitching for the week. And do you only do non or full coverage, or do you do non-full coverage too? Because I know I have a lot of my viewers are both, and some are just non-full coverage. Because that's what I start out to be, is just non-full coverage. And then I found full coverage and hit the hole. The rabbit hole. 1, 2, that's the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to do one more full row. My dog's like breathing heavy. if you can hear them. So I don't think I'm going to get to my, so my next stitch is spring calf 2, which I've cropped that one. So that one I'll get. And then my next one after that was a Friday was, I don't even know. Forgetting what stitches. Hi, Dragon Lady. She says, howdy, busy mom, and hello, chat. New start tonight. November Quaker Sampler. It's designed from template tangles and uses dinky dye silks on 28 count lamb's wool. That's nice. How are you feeling any better, Dragon Lady? Or you were not feeling good the other night? Valerie says, I've only stitched one piece at a time until floss 2 made me change my ways. Now I'm stitching 2. But I just got a new pattern in floss today, so tomorrow I'll have 3. And before you know it, you'll have 60. If you stick around us. Janine says, time for me to snooze. Good night, everyone. See you next time. Good night, Janine. Have a good night. See you soon. We'll probably see you. Well, Yogi doesn't go live tomorrow. Yes, we will see you soon. Dragon Lady says, much better. Thanks for remembering. You're welcome. Dragon Lady says, or 200. What's that supposed to mean? You're getting 200? She said, sweet dreams, Janine. I am going all the way across on this one. Oh, 200. Oh, Janine, or Dragon Lady says she has 200 whips. I meant 200 whips. Yeah. See, Valerie, you could have 200 whips like Dragon Lady. I probably have that many too, but not ongoing. I probably have close to 400 just sitting in a book. No, I don't think I have that many. I have a lot of patterns that haven't even been started. So I collect patterns too. And like, tonight I was playing with ChatGPT like Siski was the other night making charts, and I made this one with my dog in it. So I'm going to see if I can chart it. And then I made this other one that has like cookies and cupcakes, and like it's sitting in a kitchen. It's kind of cute actually. So we'll see. Maybe I'll show them on my whip update. I should be able to get to that on Sunday, I hope. But they're gonna be fast whip updates now because I'm not gonna have as many stitches, and I think I'm gonna like it a little bit better. I'm actually am liking this 500 because I feel like first I get to touch it a little bit longer, and then second I'm having more detail come out too, so I'm not stuck in just 100 all the time. I already said I only stitched samplers until the past Christmas. Excuse me. When I stitched Santa, Visit Texas, and a snowman. I've never heard of full coverage until January this year. Oh. That's how I was too. I actually started off watching Stitching with the Housewives, and I only did non-full coverage because I like the little things, and I was like, oh, I can start decorating and finishing these, and then I'd start a new one and never finish it. And then then I found Leanne with Small Town Stitches, and she was doing full coverage, and every piece that she was doing, I really enjoyed watching them come to life. And then I was like, I gotta do that. So then I got hooked on full coverage. And to tell you the truth, I think sometimes I'd rather stitch on full coverage than my non-full coverage. But the non-full coverage does have stuff up here a little bit, and you can get them done faster. And I do like fully finishing some of them. I have some that are still not fully finished, but I do. And Lumi says, that would be fun to see your chat GPT creations. Okay. I'll show them probably. I'm going to play around with them a little bit more, and then I'll maybe show them Sunday. Me and my daughter are very big fans of the Highland cows. Well, any kind of cow. Actually, I'm actually any kind of cow. So my kitchen, well, actually it has almost all them Highland cows, but cows, anything farm related. So cows. And I didn't grow up on a farm, so I'm not, I don't know. The only time I was on a farm is when I was married to my ex-husband, because he's a farmer and their family owns land in that. So, but yeah, I just love farm animals. So my kitchen's made of cows, pigs, and then I do have some, I think I have a rooster in my kitchen. And then in my living room, I have a big picture. It's not a Highland cow, though, but it's a cow in my living room. In like the barn theme. All right, I think I have one more row. I do. Then I still have to get another strand of this 820. Bobby says, I have a new full coverage kitted up. It's a Christmas tree, 325,000 stitches also. Mother and Daughter by Stitches So Beautiful. I think I've seen that one. They're cute, but I don't like to stitch people. I mean, like they're, I don't know, like the ones that Stitches So Beautiful does, they're very pretty, but I won't ever stitch anything like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess I like landscape stuff more. Or holiday things. Things that have more stuff coming out of them. Like the Disney one has tons of stuff coming out. This one will have more coming out eventually if I ever get to it. When I get to the house. I think I forgot to cut the string in half. It's a little bit long. I didn't cut the string in half, so it's a little long. Very long piece of string. I guess I could cut half of it off now. Then I have to rethread my thread. So we're just going to go with it to the end of this, I think. And then I'll have 2 colors. See, when it comes to block stitching, I can do it pretty fast, but not anything else. After watching your last floss tube, I enabled and went and got Alice pattern from Stitch Shop on Etsy, and now I'm starting it. Is that the one with, is there a clock in that in it? I think I've seen that one on Stitch. Actually, and that is cute. That's a cute one. So Stitch is, it's actually, that's the shop name on Etsy. And that's where I got my, if anyone's wondering, I started a new start last week. It's called Summer Beach Dollhouse. And Dragon Lady says, I forgot how nice it was to stitch with silks. Looks like I'll enjoy this a lot. Awesome. I've never stitched with silks. Clara says, darn, I'm late, but so glad you're still here. Yep, we're still here. It's a cut through house. Okay. And Clara says, hello, everyone. We're just doing some block stitching right now. Yeah. And a string that is very long, I should cut it in half. So I'm just... All right, this is the last, well, not last one, but it is for this 820. It's all over this pattern. Let's see here. I'm gonna go right here. Grace says, hi everyone, sorry for getting here late. My granddaughter is visiting me from Texas. Took her to Santa Monica Pier and spent the day. I'm sunburned and exhausted. Oh, I probably would be sunburned too. I do not tan whatsoever. And Travis says, I'm starting to get into a new Pokemon. Oh, which one are you getting into? All right, this is done, and we're going to my next color, which is 3747. And now I'm going to try to decide if we should go to the next block. That would be my 500 stitch. But I think it's got a lot of different colors. Maybe we'll start it. I don't know. I don't want to start because I don't want to be uneven number. I like whole numbers. I prefer to actually whole numbers, I guess. I'm not sure how to say that name, but he says it's an ice bird. Actually, I don't even, I know what Pokemon is. I just never really got into it. And my kids didn't either, actually. All right, we're gonna park this over here. Right here? Yeah. Nikki says, I've just been listening while doing my hair. Oh, did you get are you getting your hair done, like cut and that, or are you just playing with, just curling your hair? What, dyeing it? Like, Suki said, are you doing a mid-year whip parade? That is a good question. So I don't necessarily I've done a couple whip parades, but not very many because of the fact that I go weekly and I show you all my whips. At least every other month you'll see the whip come out. So probably not, because that's a lot of work and you already see all my whips. So I feel like it's not very exciting if you already see it. So I probably won't be doing one. 796 is this next color. And Nikki says, I want to cut it all off and be bald. Dragon Lady says, Travis, have you done that word? Yeah. And then Suki says, Nikki, don't cut it. Yeah. My hair is curly, so tangly. It is so tangly. Yeah. After washing it is stressing me out. Yeah. I can't even imagine having curly hair. Now, when I was younger, I don't know if they do them anymore, but I always thought I needed a perm in my hair. And my hair is thick, like thick. Like, I have to always have my hairdresser, which is my niece. I always have to have her thin my hair out because it's so much hair. Like, I can't wear my hair up in a ponytail because it gives me headaches because of how much hair is on top of my head. So in the summertime, especially right now, with all my hot flashes, I believe, and it's hot outside, yeah, it's miserable. And I just want to put my hair up, but then I can't because it'll just give me a headache. Travis says, at the bottom, I have completed the evolution lines for the starter Pokemon. And then Grace says, I took a stamp kit with me to the beach, so I managed to get some stitching in. Oh, nice. That's probably the best way to go on a beach is just take a stamp kit because you don't have to have iPads or anything, and you don't have to have a chart to look at. You can just go with the flow. All right, so this is my last the last stitch on this block. And it is 9:38, so I'm just gonna say we're going to end the live a little bit early tonight instead of going straight to 10. I don't really want to start another block. Yeah, I don't really want to start another block because it'll make me not have even numbers. And we're gonna end this thread. So Valerie, again, I'm going to go in the bottom of the right corner, pull it through, and then I'm going in the middle and pin stitching it. And then pulling it somewhere in a blank spot. And Clara says, how about doing a French braid, Dawn? It will hang down and the heaviness will be at the end of the braid. I don't know how to do that, so that won't work either. But I could ask my niece to do it when she does my hair to see if it's good. But yeah, I don't know how to do that either. I never was that one girl that styled her hair. I just let it go. My niece loves curling it. Clara says, even with conditioner, Nikki. Valerie says, thank you. I'll give it a try. You're welcome. This does look good. Let me bring this way. I moved it over to stitch a little bit nicer. Your niece should know. Have her do it. Yeah. Yeah, but I can't go over to her house all the time. So I think, yeah, let's clean this up here and close that out. Move my box to here for tomorrow. So I'll do this. I guess I'll do this 100 tomorrow, and then I'll have to start a new project. Because actually, I don't really have 400 stitches. I forget because there is a row on each side that is missing. Nikki says, yeah, I washed it in the tub and managed to get it tangled up, so I'm going to take a shower now after doing half of my hair. Oh, Nikki. Is this your second start on this pattern? No. I was trying to think. Did I restart this one? No. Are you thinking that I did start it in the Santa Claus? You just can't see it on here, Grace. So I will show you on the Saga. Let me Move it over to... Now I'm going to show you this whole thing, maybe, and show you the Santa Claus. Okay, here's the Santa Claus. So he doesn't look like he has eyes very well, but that's what the Santa Claus looks like. It was very confetti heavy, that's for sure. It's a little pixel. Are we having streaming issues? And Clara says, yes, Grace. Clara says, now I can hear you. Oh, you couldn't hear me? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear now? Okay. So that is what Santa Claus looks like now. This is what I have done tonight. And it's jumping because I'm moving. But that's Santa. Okay, I am going to get off of here. If anyone wants to go check out Travis, he is going to go live. As he said, I'm going to go live in about 20 to 25 minutes. So everyone go check, give a thumbs up to Travis. And Grace says, I can hear you now. And Claire says, when you switch to showing us your saga. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why my sound would have gone away. But okay. Yeah, I don't know. All right, guys. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone has a good rest of their night. And Claire says good night, Dawn and everyone. Nikki says bye. Bye. So thanks again for hopping on. I'm really enjoying this. So we will see you guys later. And keep an eye out on when I go live next. So good night. Bye. Bye.